Oh, we're here. You, you're on mute. That's no good. I don't think you can hear me. I can't hear you. You're muted.
That's right.
There we go. Took him a while, but he figured it out.
I thought you were saying your volume. I'm like, no, I hear you fine, but your volume is lower than normal, which is normal for Riverside. I think it's just Riverside.
Who knows? I
I
just have to like get used to shouting.
I mean, you are my business partner. So
Speak up.
me? For real?
No,
Oh.
no.
Let
I
me
think
this
you're
is
telling me to speak up.
hey.
Um, dude, how you doing? I feel like I haven't spoken to you for weeks.
I know, and it's only been like an hour. So it goes.
uh,
How am I doing? I'm pumped, dude. I'm so pumped. Like I'm not
why?
putting it on for the show. I if I was less than pumped, I would be putting that on for the show. I am so pumped right now. The stuff we were just talking about, the stuff we were just working on, bringing that into what I was already just playing with, getting all that buttoned up and nice and sweet and beautiful. And dude,
Oh yeah,
there's
baby.
so many things going on, and it's like the last episode of Friends where they were like, wouldn't it be nice to know that you were in the good old days before the good old days are over? And it's like, I feel like these are the good old days, and I know it. It's like knowing that you're dreaming while you're in a dream. And I feel like we can just make this go forever. We'll just make it go forever. These are the good old days, and they're going to last forever. We're just going to keep them.
There's so much I know, and I'm also super pumped, and I'm being super British, and I'm just like holding it back, but
Don't do
uh,
that.
I
Dude,
can't
you're going
help
to
it. It's
poop
who
or
I am.
something. Don't do it.
I'm gonna explode.
You get streaks in your undies.
We're
It's
gonna
not,
start with the. There's so much chat already. This is great.
yeah.
This is. Let's go.
I,
Hello. Big
I,
surprises? I don't know about big surprises. We've been sort of revealing everything as we go, but there
Oh,
might be one
well,
or two.
we could always give you something. I'm sure there's something.
We could squeeze something out for
We
you.
got stuff dangling all over the place.
Uh, yeah. That's
That's it?
every. Well, no, there's
Oh.
more. There's more. It's coming. I'm just like giving him a chance. Uh,
Ah,
people are after surprises. Oh,
don't
who
poop
said
on
something?
screen.
Who said surprises?
Ashley, that's funny. Um,
Did I say surprises? Did I
sounds
mean
like something you would
surprises?
say. It does sound like something
I've been like
you
hyping
tease.
everybody up.
You tease.
Eh.
Eh.
Um, this is good. Not West Side Story.
Yeah. Um,
Yeah. So if you didn't catch it the other day, when was it? I can't even
I
remember.
don't
They're all
remember. A
blurring
couple
into
days.
one.
I think it's been a
A
couple
couple of days
days.
ago, we were very cordially invited to join the PHP Arch uh, Alive and Kicking
Yeah.
stream. Yeah, and that was very nice. It was fun to hang out with Mike and Chris. And yeah,
That was fun.
West Side Story was mentioned.
Sorry. I just can't help but dancing sometimes.
This person, I'm sorry, I don't really know how to pronounce this name.
It's
Ritesh?
right there. Chari.
Okay.
We're going with it.
Um, I think that's the same person who emailed us the other day asking to try out native PHP.
Could be.
I think. So they're just getting started. That's good. Jim, Jim
Jim.
Hewitt back in the house.
Jim Witt. How's it? It's not him, but where's our how's it guy?
Where's
Miguel.
Has it?
Where's how's
Miguel,
it?
come back. And we've caught him off guard because it's Thursday.
Well, could be. Could be.
Yeah. It's Thursday, everyone. It's not Friday. Remember, I know you mark your calendars by the native PHP live stream now. So,
All
uh,
these British people. I love it.
yeah,
I love
represent.
yeah.
Uh, do Ashley, hello. Do poop on stream. Oh, oh dear. I'm not going to show that. Kwame says, great work so far. Thanks, Kwame. That's amazing.
So let's dive in on that for a moment. This goes into something a little bit. Let's just pop off the top of the head with this. Why not? I bust my ass every single day working on this.
He
However,
does. Yeah, he's got replacement asses in a cupboard just in
um,
case.
we weren't supposed to talk about those. We do work a lot on this. So it's not the amount of work we're doing. It's the fact that we are promoting it more heavily the last few days. We've been pushing out a lot of really
Oh
interesting, exciting new
boy,
stuff.
have we.
And the thing is, and this is a learning lesson for me going forward, is like even when there's not these new shiny, like camera just came out, right? Or we just started telling people about camera. It'll be out in V2, which is like in a week or two, a couple weeks. We'll give it a couple weeks. We have to do docs and all that stuff. We'll talk about that too. But where was I at?
But
Oh, the amount of work
marketing.
is it even when we're not doing, like, camera will never be released again. We're not going to make another video showing the exact
What
same
a
thing.
bet.
But well,
We
we
could
could figure
rewrite
something out.
it.
Actually, there was somebody asking about something that we could do. We could add later and make it a feature, but there's always older things that we can go back to just to reemphasize some of the stuff. And it's not necessarily like old stuff, but like you can always be like like it's a great step ahead. Wath native PHP. I love it. It reminded me of Mothman. I don't know why, which is like butterfly effect. Anyway, sorry.
Come on.
Caffeine is kicking strong, you guys. Cheers. Um, yeah. So, all right. So, good point. Chris just said video is literally the one thing that I needed to drop my next app. For me, I was like, well, we'll do camera, we'll do video, and when it gets in there, we'll get it in there. I didn't know
Oh,
it
we
was
should
gonna
do
blow
live
up as
streaming.
much. We
How cool
we
would that be?
I was looking into that a bit. You were looking into that a bit. Like actually just streaming
I
from
did.
the
Yeah.
device. We actually
It's
can we,
super
we can
easy to do.
we can do it. And
It's
we're
crazy.
looking at some potential partners to maybe go along with that too. Like that's a possibility. So anyway, all that to say, I think you already get what I'm going to say. Even when there is a lull necessarily in like cool, fun, fancy, awesome, beautiful uh media plays that we can make for videos and leaking stuff out, those are effective, and we have enough content here. We can always do more stuff, even if there's a lull in like new development. There's always, because we spend a lot of time with support. We spend a lot of time on just looking at the business and talking to partners or potential partners and going after that stuff. And like there's a lot of things we do that's not development. So it's nice to be in the state where we can do this stuff. I think the God method unlocks way more than you
I was
think.
just gonna say,
Yeah.
I was listening to your what's that? What do you call your show?
The blue
Your
feather.
the Blue Feather.
The blue feather.
Shane's got a podcast of his own called the Blue Feather, where he just talks to a microphone, and it's revealing of his mental state. So go and have a listen, subscribe to that.
Or
Um,
don't
yeah,
maybe actually.
you might scare him off. Um, you were saying about the God method kind of unlocking a lot of this stuff. I think that's true to a certain extent. What I think what it is like we're now seeing the culmination of a whole bunch of things, and I think you said this anyway in your recording in your episode, that it's all sort of come together, and now we've kind of given ourselves this deadline of getting V2 ready and out, and we want to make it splashy, so we called it V2. It's all of this stuff has kind of combined conspired to create this buzz, you know, for us internally about what's happening, and it just feels like we should just go and build all of these things. Yeah, which is amazing because it's also moving really, really fast. So like momentum has just gone through the roof. For me, I'm just like, let's go. I don't want to do all the business stuff. I just want to build features.
Yeah. um, it's unfortunate that we have to do business stuff, but it's nice that we're in the time when we are doing the features. So I'm gonna take it for what it is, and honestly, there's a lot of things that we could get to someday in the future, and I would still want to be doing some of these things. It's really, really fun. And you guys, again, you want to talk about big surprises? Surprise! We could talk about stuff that we've been talking about with other people that we are rolling out in summarily post haste. It's going to be shortly after the V2 launch. Some really, really, really interesting things. And I don't mind. You know me. I think this is a safe place. These are our people. This does live on stream for a long or on YouTube's for forever. So people later will come back and be like, "Oh, that must already be out because they've watched this later, right?" So I don't mind leaking and talking about these are our
Have
guys.
you
Let's
have you
tell
got
them
some
some stuff.
tissues nearby? You know, like for the leaking, because that's
Um,
gonna be.
well, you just make a mess, dude.
It's
There's no point. You're gonna waste all these tissues. You're just gonna leak again, and it's gonna just waste all the tissues.
not a waste. What else are you gonna do with the tissues?
You
That's what
could
they're for.
donate them.
Okay. Uh, shall we? We've got like a massive pile of stuff in our notes.
Oh,
So
right.
what
I should look at
we
that.
should like get on to some of that.
Uh,
We're 15 minutes in already.
really?
Almost.
Wow.
Almost. So
A British 15. Gotcha.
yeah.
Whatever that
Yeah,
means.
exactly. We always round up. It's like, when are you going to blah blah blah? Oh, end of the month. Yeah, but what day? Oh, 17th. That's not the end of the month. Sorry. That's exactly what it's like. Um I, so yeah, what do you want to start with?
We'll start at the top. Let's do that. So,
Great.
this is totally not exactly related to native PHP and all this stuff, and we will get to it. Don't worry, don't worry. It's going to be an hour and a half show, an American hour and a half, very punctual. Um, so the other day on Mondays, I go to Boy Scouts. My son's a Boy Scout. I'm a leader in the Boy Scouts, and there's a gentleman there that he's from India, and oh, I guess I could say this. I got my Indian visa like yesterday, so
Oh.
I might
Oh.
be buying things in India. I think that's what the visa card is for in India. I guess I don't know, but he's from India, and I was showing him that I got my visa, and he was like, "Oh, you're going to?" So he's very excited and happy. We started talking, and he knows a little bit about the project that we're doing. He works for Microsoft, little company called Microsoft,
Never heard of
and
them.
he works with the Copilot team, I believe, to some degree. Hey, Punya
Hmm.
pal. And so he started talking to me about stuff. He's like, "Are you a founder of this?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's me and my boy Simon." He's like, "There's this thing called the AI. I think it's called the AI Consortium." I got to ask him exactly what he's got a link for it. He's like, "It's 100,000 people strong so far. It's all over the world." He wanted to go and attend one, like a meetup or whatever. The closest one to Charlotte, though, is in Columbia, which is a couple hours south of us. And he's like, "So I'm not going to drive a couple hours south." So I decided to just start my own in Charlotte. And he's telling all the guys at Microsoft and work, and they got a lot of people already signed up and registered and ready to go
Cool.
do this. And he's invited me to talk. He's
Oh,
like, "Could you
that's
do like an
sweet.
hour-long talk on AI?" I was like, "I can talk for an hour about anything. I could talk about
Yeah.
belly button fuzz for an hour, dude." Like, you know, give me some Coke and some soda too, and I'll be good.
Lol.
So I don't know when that is. I don't know what all like any more details than that. He's just kind of invited me, and I thought it was a pretty cool thing I could talk about with you guys. I don't know, like I haven't Googled this. I've been so busy, like all the V2 stuff we're doing, etc. I haven't even looked at this. So have you guys? I'll just ask you there. Yes, Charlotte, North Carolina. Um, have you guys seen this AI consortium? Because I guess it's an international thing. So let me know if you've heard of it. If not, go Google it. Maybe you'll be interested. Maybe there's one next to you. Who knows? So check that one off the list. You have any comments on that, Mr. Simon?
I mean, I've never heard of it before in my life. I have heard of Microsoft. Uh, But this sounds cool. I mean, like just getting a new crowd of people to speak to and shit. There's definitely AI related things that you can talk about with respect to all of the stuff that we've been doing and been thinking about doing. And yeah,
I
uh,
think I think that on that note, like one thing that I would want to discuss is how AI, Claude Code specifically, that's the only one I really use. I do go to ChatGPT just to ask questions, but how it's like a golden retriever. That's what I call Claude Code. It is so happy and excited to bring back whatever it is you're asking about, that it sometimes can give you false information, and you have to be the owner of the dog, of the golden retriever. So, for example, I could say, "Isn't this a can of Sprite?" And he could be like, "Oh, close. Yeah, maybe. And maybe there's Sprite inside, right? Maybe somebody, or whatever." It could be very overly optimistic, I guess. Where I could be very pessimistic and be like, "This is not Coca-Cola. What is this?" Right? And when you talk and to give it like these, it's like with the command of the voice, the tone, I guess, what, but with word, like in text. So it's not the tone of the voice, it's tone of the communication, where you can be very, like, give it something that you know to be true, but frame it in a way that makes it really think about if that is true or not. So, like I said with the Coke Zero, that's not really a great, maybe it would come back and be like, "You're right, it's Coke Zero, not a Coke," right? But, like, just I whenever I'm looking into something, Kotlin or whatever, and I'm like, "This is not how this should work. What are the other options that I could use instead?" Even though I feel like it actually is the best way to go about something, it's gonna give me better other alternative ways to think about something. So, yeah, Claude is a dog. That's the name of the talk. There we go. Look at that. I'm
there
good.
you go.
Got it. Claude is a dog.
I mean, I've been doing a lot more this week with Claude than the last couple of weeks, and I felt like the people always talk about how sometimes it's good, and then another week it might have taken a hit. It sort of just fluctuates in terms of its quality of output and all of this kind of stuff as they tweak the algorithms and renew the models or whatever they're doing. Um, and I kind of feel like this week I found it tough. Like yesterday, we were on a call, and I think I nearly ended up crying because it was just like, oh man, this is it's got itself into a proper twist, and I don't know how to get out of it because it's in an area of something I don't fully understand. And then I'm like questioning all of my life choices, like, why did I wear green trousers today? This is why, this is the problem. And it's nothing to do with like the I actually feel fundamentally it's still making me way, way faster, right? No matter how fluctuating it is from time to time and whatever. Because I was thinking about this today. It was like the that moment of like getting over the hurdle and just writing some code that does something is just so easy when you're using the AI to do it. Like if you can just get it to do just a starting point, and like I've been doing a lot of stuff with UI this week, and actually, like I could have spent days and days and days just reading documentation and trying to figure it all out, get it into my head. And then I'd start practicing with it and stuff. And then, like you start with basic things and you write that code and then you compile it and you run it. And then you find that and you start to add the pieces of knowledge on to what you're doing. This like leapfrogs the whole thing because it's got like here you get a working kind of close to what you want. It's going to use probably mostly the APIs that you want it to use. And then you just have to take that time and read and understand. But instead of it being like this abstract thing that you're reading, like API documentation and demos that are nothing related to what you're trying to do, you've now got actual code that's trying to solve the problem that you're trying to solve. And you're like that much closer. And then you're learning as well. And I just like, then after a couple of days of frustration, sort of yesterday evening, this morning, it sort of completely unlocked for me, and I'm like, oh, I get it now. And it's like I've managed to race through and fix a whole bunch of things, and now it's great. And I'm just
Yeah,
like,
boy.
yeah.
Yeah.
And this has only taken me, a few days rather than probably weeks and weeks and weeks. Yeah. I think it's a very relevant topic to talk on how we've been doing this with AI.
So you were dealing with UI stuff this week?
Yeah, baby.
What were you doing with UI? I thought you were doing
Well,
mobile
you
stuff.
gazumped me. You tweeted about one of my things. Like you like showing off my liquid glass it's not mine. But it's
You
like
did some of
we
that too, though, didn't you? You
you
tweeted too.
did I did, but
Yeah.
I think your tweet got more affection than mine. Um
Sorry.
the yeah, it's good. It's not fine. It's not a competition.
I think it should be.
Yeah, no. Oh,
It
if it
definitely
was.
should be. Yeah, what? You'd
Yeah.
lost a long
Yeah,
time.
I would have lost.
We have to divide whatever the engagement metrics are by um how many followers you have to put on an even
Yeah,
playing field. And
yeah,
then yeah. Oh, let's do
yeah.
it. I think everyone
Okay.
thinks.
Um, but no, so just before you went to Buffalo, when was that? Like
A
three
couple weeks
weeks
ago.
ago?
Yeah. End of October.
Um, you kind of decided to pick up
Biasa.
doing native UI, right? And and then it was like, oh well, we've got to get this working everywhere now. And you built like a million different components all within a very quick turnaround, but only for Android. And then we said, well, wouldn't it be so great if we got this with liquid glass on iOS? Because it's not a given that that would just work. Oh my God, it's so good. It's glorious.
Simon,
It's
show
beautiful.
show us, man.
I'm going to.
All
I'm going
right.
to.
Oh, Esther, you left too soon.
Oh.
Hello,
Uh,
Marceau. He said hello to us. Hello, Marceau.
yeah. Should we expect to see? You're gonna see it. You're definitely gonna see
Yeah,
it.
you
I'm
could see
getting
it.
it. I'm getting it
And I
ready.
will say this, it is in our show notes. So I'll tell you, listen, you have access to all of this right now. It's just not officially released. The APIs are subject to change. The method calls are subject to change. In fact, I know for sure some of the things that we're working on have already changed from what's out there. But if you have a Max license, you have access to the repository. So native PHP/mobile repository. You can change your composer repositories node in composer.json to the VCS GitHub, git at GitHub, whatever that is, and pull from the dev hyphen Vika. That's my girlfriend's name. We're code naming our things now, which I love to do. Dev hyphen Vika, Vika, and you can pull that in. And so you can play with all this stuff. And if you want to see working examples, go to the V2 branch of the native PHP kitchen sink mobile repository because that's public as well. So you can see all these things. Hello, Logan.
Hello, Logan.
I went bald
That's
since last stream. I think he's talking to me. I don't know. Yeah, I think people should get used to seeing me bald and with a hat on because I do look different, I guess.
I maybe somebody's being very eagle-eyed and has realized that I got a haircut. You haven't even commented on it. How
Oh, you're
how?
right. I was thinking it the other day, but it's not short enough. That's the thing. Noelia will agree.
You just want me to be bold, basically.
Or I want hair. I mean, whichever one you can make happen faster as
I
soon
can't.
as possible.
Yeah, I can't do anything from here. Um. Okay. So here is. You should be able to see my screen, and I've got two iOS simulators running. I've got iOS 18
Can you
and
make that
iOS
one bigger?
26. Which one?
The bigger one. Can you make the bigger one bigger?
I can
There
make
you go.
them
There you go.
both quite big.
Come on,
I'll
say
do.
it. That's what she said. All right. Bald is great. See, Ashley gets it. Look, Taylor Otwell, Ashley Hindle, Shane Rosenthal. You're in good hands. You're in good hands.
I'm not going to let any of you anywhere near my hair. um, so yeah, look, proper liquid glass going on
Actual
iOS
liquid glass.
26,
Yeah,
and it's
baby.
so fast. Oh, it's brilliant. And this as well. This is all liquid glass. This menu isn't, but that's because there's no native sidebar on iOS. But
We
we've
should
got
talk about that. That should have
all
been
of
a,
this
a
stuff.
note. Look, keep going, but we're going to talk about that.
Yeah, no, come back, come back.
Yep.
But the thing with it is, you want all the liquid glass stuff to work on iOS 26, but you still want your app to work on older versions of iOS. And thankfully it does. And it's beautiful there as well. As you can see, like these are the natural components. I don't know why it's showing me the
It's pretty
fingers.
cool. That
Stop
looks fun.
showing me the finger
Woo.
thing. It's like dancing. Oh, it's West Side Story is coming back to
Ah,
the, yeah. Um, it's gone. And yeah, like this all just works the same. Oh, there's something I spent way too long doing. Oh, the draggable
yeah.
menu, which I actually really like. So
Dude, this
it's
looks
worth it.
so good. This looks so good.
And badges and all of this stuff. And it all works with the hot reloading. Maybe I can show hot reloading working. I might have that running somewhere.
Is it
Oh,
attached to both simulators?
no, my
I
hot
didn't think so.
reloading can't do that yet.
Mine can't
But
either. I haven't tried that. Well, you only get one. You only do one anyway, so you should
yeah, yeah, maybe.
maybe someday.
Um,
I don't know. That's not a big thing to
but
worry about now.
let's just say, like, let's just say I don't want that. Don't know, the bottom nav. Should we just get rid of the bottom nav?
Try
I
it.
don't know which one is actually going to remove it from, so this will be a surprise. It's one of the surprises that I was talking about.
One of the surprises. Oh,
Oh.
nice. Payments.demo.
Oh, well,
Oh, dude, did you
that's
just
another
leak something?
surprise.
Oh no. What the hell? That was not
There, it's
intentional.
gone. It has gone.
And you still have the edge to edge display, which is the other
Yeah,
thing we've been working on also.
yeah. And all the other stuff still works. So, like, yeah, all of the native UI stuff just comes and goes nice and easily with hot reload.
And just so you know, I'm not demoing it today, but it's the same. I could show it. Oh, I can't actually show it because I use my other computer for dev. So that's yeah, same thing. Hot reload works with all the native stuff as well on Android.
Nice.
So, dude, I'm so proud of you. We were talking about it, and
I'm
I'm like,
proud of
"Give me the
Claude.
damn code," and I just like told Claude to one shot it, and I had more working in like 5 minutes than you did, and I hope that pissed you off.
It
So
really did.
I know, good. That's the competitive spirit you need, man. I will always do that. And even if you think like I'm doing it just to do that, I'll still get just enough edge in there to actually piss you off enough to do that. But that's a great point about AI. It's like sometimes just start a new session and start from scratch and give it like you can learn stuff along the way. But I think it's brilliant what you said about instead of reading through and sifting through docs of hypotheticals and abstract theories, have it put some actual code that just works. And I do that a ton. I'm like, just it's kind of vibe coding it, but I'm learning along the way. And then I
Right.
understand what's going on with it. And I don't have to know like the intricacies of the car, how my antifreeze works and the temperature and all that, you know what I mean? Like, and I don't have to know all the things, the intricacies of how everything is working so detailed. I do know how everything's working, but not whatever. I could go into detail about that, but that you get the point. The whole thing is get it working. Now debug it. Now you've got your own documentation
Yeah.
in front of you in code form that you can now play with and iterate over. So good
I
call.
think it's that, like, you're not one shot vibe coding a whole app. You're
No,
doing just enough to like get you started, and it's amazing. It's a really good way of approaching it. And I think everybody who's doing like trying to one shot stuff or just like build an entire system with it with a few prompts, like that's the really wrong way to use AI. Uh, let's see. We've got some more chat going on. Why don't we move to the next kind of
Yeah, there's a
topic.
bunch. Hi, Willem. Willem!
Hey, hey, man.
I reached out to
Thank.
Willem the other day because I never talked to him, and he's always contributing so much stuff. And I'm like, dude, we're both flying. Like, we're both by the seat of our pants. And I'm just like,
Mm,
hey, I know, I see you. Just so you know, I see you. He's incredible, incredible developer, good attitude. I think it's probably the most important thing, and
yeah,
pretty handsome in the face too. We'll say that.
very handsome in the face. Um, yeah, he's been killing it on the desktop stuff
Yep,
for months and months. Uh,
months.
we need to get him over onto the mobile stuff.
We are planning to at some point. I think we got to figure it
We got
out. Like
we
it's
got to we
it's
got
not
a
a
lot to talk
matter of
about.
desire. It's a matter of logistics. So
Let's see what's this. I think there's a question here hidden in this about whether you can use Blade to build native PHP apps.
I don't understand the question. Of course you can.
Yeah,
Blade to
you
build native. Was that for like the where is that question? It disappeared already. Can you put it back up?
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Mano. Blades directly or should we start? Oh, right. Okay. So you can start with a starter kit. I think absolutely you can start with a starter kit. There are some more things you need to go through the docs a bit, at least until we get like our own MCP server going. Wink, wink. Um, I'm not saying for V2 release, but it's something we really do want.
Mm,
Um, so yeah, you can start with like inertia, blade, view, and all that stuff. There are some things that you have to go through the docs to do, and maybe we could even they already wrapped up in a command. Like with inertia or what is it, Axios, you have to patch something. We made it easy. There's just one command you run.
yeah,
But
you won't even have to do that in V2. Just saying.
I didn't even know that. What the
Yeah,
hell? That's
I
nice.
figured it out, man.
Whoa. Um, that's cool. What did you do?
Yeah.
How did you do it?
It's like a one-liner that you need to add to your V file, and
Oh,
once that's done, it's beautiful. It's a
very
thing of
nice.
wonder.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Um, but I will say this: we have some other things that we can talk about. There are some big things coming up right after the launch of version 2 that we're going to get to. One of those things will include, hopefully sometime in December, if not it'll be January, our own starter kits. That's something that we really want to. I mean, you've got the kitchen sink available to you, but that doesn't really get you going necessarily with.
It's only a live wire, and it's like Flux and stuff. It's not. Yeah.
Yep.
There's some stuff there that we would need to tidy
And
up.
we do want to have like a view kitchen sink app so you can see how to
Mm.
do things with inertia. I think it's just like it's so much time to do some of these things that let's speed up where we can speed up for now, and then we can throttle back a bit. Take
Yeah.
an approach on some of these things. Just like Bifrost, there's a lot of features we want to add to Bifrost. We have to switch context then over
So
to that
much.
for some time. So yeah, it's a matter of time. Again, time is money, money is time. We're trying to raise more money and get more money. And that's why I like the Black Friday deal and the video course that I'll just tell you now, we're coming out with a video course. We have not started shooting yet. We do have some outlines. Um, but we're going to start doing pre-sales for that, like an early bird, just like everything that's been successful. It's like I hate doing early bird discounts, but clearly people like them. So get in while you can, kind of thing, at this pricing. And are we doing a like lifetime membership with that, or like certain versions, or so many years, or anything? Or I think lifetime, right?
With the Black Friday.
No, no, no. The what I was just talking, you weren't even paying attention.
No, I
Go drink
wasn't.
some more tea. The queen's got some for you or something.
She's dead.
Well, then it's probably good tea then, you know. No, the video course. Are we doing is it lifetime
Oh,
memberships, or what are we doing with that?
yeah. I think it should just be a one-time
I
payment,
think so too.
and you get access to everything. Like, and it shouldn't be super expensive
Mhm.
because it's going to keep on increasing in value because we're going to spend time we're going to have to spend time doing more and more video material, right? So
In my mind, I think it's almost set, and I don't think it'll be much to convince you. $100 for the early bird, whatever, and like 150 or 200 for
yeah.
the after
Yep.
that. I think
Yeah, I
that's
like that.
okay.
And then
That's what it'll be.
that's then everything, right? We're talking about it being a masterclass, so that's like everything you need to build
And we'll
to
always
get going
add
and
to
building.
that. Like that's the place that we're gonna
Yeah.
add two things. Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Let's see what
Check.
everybody else says.
Video is the future.
Uh, other messages that we're getting, one license, does that mean one app? It depends on the license. If you've got a mini license, which you get now for free as part of a Bifrost subscription, you can
Can't even
only
buy them
use
now,
that.
can you?
No, you can't.
You can't even buy them.
Um, that will only allow you to release one app. Um,
In
but
production on
you can build as
both.
many. Yeah, right. That's the thing. You can build as many as you want with that license, but when you release in production, you can release one Android version and one app, iOS version of that same application. So,
I think that's
um,
worth clarifying a bit more, which is you can build with one license, you can build as much as you want to for your own personal device. If you're trying
oh
to
yeah,
distribute to, we say production, but on the app stores or building an APK that you're offering to download on your website
yeah,
for anybody that
exactly.
wants it, then because you can distribute APKs outside of the Play Store.
Although
That's
Google are going to
when
make
you
that
are
harder
using
to
the
do.
license. Say again.
Google are going to make that harder to do, aren't they, in the next little while? They're trying to anyway. They've been talking about forcing everybody to sign things and have to have like a Google Play distribution and all of
I don't know anything about that, to be honest.
that.
Because there are devices that don't use the Play Services API completely, so I don't know how they're gonna
Right, but
enforce that.
yeah, I don't know either, but they're gonna try.
I'll look into that.
Um,
That's a good
yeah, there's
ask
been loads of
yourself.
chatter about that recently, and people like starting petitions to try and get Google to stop that from happening, which is like, well, good luck with that.
If they're really
Um,
gonna be greedy, they could just go to the $100 a year developer like Apple's doing. Like,
right.
25 lifetime is all that is. Like, there's such a huge contrast between the 2.
T-
Anyway,
I could go off on one about like Google's basically just living off of ads, have been doing so for such a long time. That's really all they understand. Yeah. Anyway, so if you want to build more than one app, you go for a pro license, basically, or a max license. And a max gives you access to all of the things early because you get access to the private GitHub repo as well, not just the package. So you can get those V2 branches down and start playing with all of that stuff.
I will say, if you're on the fence at all about getting Max now, I'll just tell you, like, it's okay. Just wait for the Black Friday deal. Okay? Just wait for the Black Friday
Yeah,
deal.
Black Friday's mega deal. Um, so hopefully that answers Raster Shocks' question. And we've got another one from Jim around background tasks. The feature request show is coming back. Yep, we'll get to background tasks. It's coming. It's not going to be V2 launch, but
Launch, yeah. Yeah, so when I was in Buffalo, I was around a bunch of native PHP devs. I think I said this on stream a couple weeks ago. You might not have been here, Jim, but everyone's like talking about like the most requested things, and the two things that came up were in-app purchasing, wallet access,
mm,
versus background tasks. I was like, but look, if you had to have one by the end of the year, which one would you have to have? And everyone, hands down, was like in-app purchasing, wallet access, because if we can start making money, we can start building more things, and so that seems like a more important thing to get off first. So that's going to be the direction we're going. Again, there's a lot to do to get us there, but we'll do background tasks shortly after that. I'm gonna, just being honest, it's gonna be probably Q1 of 26, probably sometime before the end of March, my guess.
mm-hmm. Cool. Next one. Do I need different UI components when I want to render a component for both desktop and mobile app?
You answer this one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're probably not going to be building those apps in the same repository. You shouldn't be.
Exactly. Don't do it. It
Um,
won't work.
I
It
just
actually won't
you
work.
can't do it now. So yeah, it's you just have them in separate places, and that's fine. Copy paste is your friend.
Mhm.
Um, what else have we got here?
So Chris is V2 out. Is that what we're saying? No. Nope. So hi Sunny. V2 is not out yet. We're shooting for the end of the month. I think we'll hit it. I think we'll hit it. We are kind of drawing a line in the next couple days as far as like additions to features because we have to go back and do docs and update the site and all the cleanup work around that. So
Hmm.
nope, it's not officially done yet. We're still working on stuff right now. And yeah, yeah. So not yet. Um, Ashley misses the queen. Chris is back. So Chris, welcome back. I was gonna ask if you're around because you asked a question not long ago, and just like you did on Tuesday, asking about the camera, the video. I made a video yesterday about that. He hit it right on the nose again. So can you find Chris's question?
Where did it go?
It was one of the first things he want. Well, let's see. I no do poop on stream. It's after that. It was after that.
It wasn't really a question, but he
No, not
said
that one. Not that one.
no.
Nope. The go down two more.
One, two. Ah, okay. Sorry. Do we have mic
Um,
support?
we do have mic support. So
Oh,
that is I'll have a video today. I'm actually refactoring a lot of that stuff. And this is what I'd really love to talk about. If we could take 5 minutes and talk
yeah.
about this. This was something that's kind of always been like a thorn that I knew I had to get back to. There's so many of these though, like it's like which one do we tackle? With
Mm,
the addition of video and the addition of audio, file management became very
mm,
prevalently necessary to iron out. And we spent a good couple hours this morning working
yeah.
on and implementing, and we've got the we've got some really really cool ways to do this. So I'll explain like overarching. The docs will be much better, but the way I explained it to Simon was there's a Venn diagram in my head of like the way that Android and the way that iOS and the way that Laravel all deal with files, right? And there's some overlapping area that we can pin directly and make all worlds happy. And that's exactly what we've done. And here's in a nutshell how it works. Android, if you want to share a file, which that's not on the list actually. If you want to share a file, it has to be in a certain directory that is basically publicly available for other apps to have access to, which is not inside of the Laravel file structure. In order for you to serve video or audio or picture inside of the web view, which is what we're using still currently, it has to be in the public directory and you serve it with the asset helper. That gives the URL to that file all the way down so that the web view knows how to pull it in and display or serve the video, audio, etc. That's one place, but that's not the place that it needs to exist for iOS or for Android to be shared publicly in
Mm,
other places. So we did quite a bit of research and we found exactly like the right places for both of them, and we've created a at runtime. You don't even have to think about it. There's a temp file system driver. So you can call storage disk temp, and then you can put files there. And what's nice about that is a couple things. Behind the scenes, the share facade that we don't even have right now. We have a share, but it's going to be like a share file facade. We'll handle all that stuff for you in the back end. What it gives you though is the ability to temporarily move files in and out of this temporary storage area that the systems both clean up on their own periodically. So you can just put a file there in one component, pull it from another component, and not really have to worry that it's like there's like a 2-hour time limit or something like that on Android built in where it scans files. And I have to look a little bit more into that. You can also flush them yourself, but we're giving you access to those directly. The other thing is, and I just discovered this, we haven't talked about it. I sent you some code about the so in file system right now in the public directory. Um, now that we've got, oh, we both have, this is the other big new thing. We have, when the app boots on both iOS and Android, we're running symlinks for
Yeah.
for storage. So the storage app public directory is symlinked to the Laravel public storage directory. I know that's confusing, but that's the way that it works. So we still use the asset helper, but for the URL on that file system for public, I just added like underscore assets because that's where we serve everything from, underscore assets to that. And now I can just use storage, get, storage, put, whatever, and know that everything is working the way that you would expect and want it to under the hood. So it's going to move things into the storage persisted area that's symlinking back into the public directory so that um, if you do an update, that file gets rewritten, but the storage persists. So all of the stuff stays where you would expect it to. So if somebody updates, I know like people don't think this necessarily about this, but this is something that we have to think about. The way that we're going to do updates, or the way that updates are done, is basically the whole Laravel directory gets overwritten. Well, if all of your files are in that public directory, they're gone. And if people are like trying to use these files that way, then they're gone if you're trying to store things like that. So yeah. So please repeat that, Jay. Which part? I know I'm
Yeah.
just like
No,
ranting
this
here.
is, yeah. I'm
It'll
gonna
be
like you.
documented, but it's done the right way. I think some
I
of
think
you
the
are.
simple, like, just to cut through all of that noise is that
Cheers, guys. Cheers.
you're right now in the current version. If you take a file from the user, so if you use the gallery to get a picture, you can't easily just render that in the web view and know that it's going to persist on the device somewhere that that you're going to be able to continue to run. You would have to move it around, and then you'd have to put it in the public folder, and the public folder will at some point get erased. And so any assets that you put there are going to disappear. And if you wanted to share it to another app through one of the sharing mechanisms built into the platform, you have to be able to put the file in a specific place. And we just haven't given you access to either of those things. Now, with V2, you will have access
In
to
the
those things.
Laravel way that you would expect to do things.
Exactly.
And without
So,
having to think about having to add a file system
exactly.
driver to your, config and any
Yeah.
of that stuff.
So you can just use this new like temp file system for the sharing stuff, right?
And it
If you wanted
works.
to.
And it works so
And
well.
you can persist files in actual persisted storage and serve them through the web view, just like you would any other public asset, that you've mapped to the storage file.
So by
So
in the file system public driver, um, by adding the underscore assets to the URL, now I can just say storage public, or I can make public my default storage public disk, URL, arrow URL, then the file that I want to reference, and all that just works. So I can just serve that inside of my web view, inside of Blade or what have you. Yes. No. Well, which
wait,
part?
wait, which question are you answering? You're
Uh,
like you start talking without me even knowing.
yeah.
So there's a few more. I think related to this, we can kind of stay on this topic. I think Chris was asking about the file stuff.
I'm actually, I took a break from getting some of that working to do the live stream. So that'll be out by the end of the day on the Vika branch.
Mm.
Um, some of that is on the Vika branch, some of the storage, all the storage stuff
Yeah, all
is,
of
and
some of those
the sim
quick
links and all
fixes,
that stuff
right?
is on Vika now. It's the actual audio recording and stuff like that. And then making sure the video is putting stuff in the right places.
Mm.
And that video and audio are synchronized in the exact way that they're doing things, which they aren't
I
right now.
sorry about this, but my dog is going crazy,
Go
and
take,
I'm
dude.
gonna go and have to
I
take
can
care of it for a
entertain.
second.
I can
I know you
entertain.
can. Don't
All
bore
right.
the poor people. Really
You,
entertain them.
if you guys are bored, just let me know. All right,
I'll be
I'm gonna
back in a minute.
juggle some stuff. I'm gonna juggle Eric Barnes' head. All right. So I'll just answer all the questions. Hey everybody. Um, I will tell you. All right. So there's been a few questions here. I'll just run through them. These are really fun questions. I love answering these. Um, Guys, we need a way to know when a user is offline. Network is a new facade that's coming out. It's already on DevVika, so that's going to be part of the release. It's already done. So you can just make a call and request the status, and it will tell you if you like you're on Wi-Fi, on cellular, or offline, disconnected. So that's all done. Hello, Alex. Rasta Shocks, Bifrost. Loki says 50 builds a month. I just told everybody about the network thing.
I heard it.
It- oh,
I still
okay.
have my
Oh,
ears plugged in.
right, right. Chris. Uh, yes, I'll tell. He is the stopper on the bottle cap. All the secrets. Now, this is the place. I think this is a great place for us to tell everybody everything, as much as what we have time for. I guess there's so many things. So let me tell. I was answering Rasa Shucks about the 50 builds a
Oh
month.
yeah.
What happens when it's empty? All right. On Bifrost, it's different than like Forge and Cloud because we actually have to pay as a company AWS to run the builds. So even if they fail or whatever, there's a cost associated with that, right? We give you, depending on your license, an allotment that we feel is adequate for the value that you're paying for things. However, if you do meet or try to exceed the amount that you're given, which I've not seen anybody come even close yet, and I do monitor this stuff pretty closely. Nobody's even come close to their allotment for their plan. But you can go into the team billing area and you can purchase more credits. And I think they're roughly $1 a piece or 80 cents a piece or something like that, which is pretty close to our cost. So that's how you can go about with Bifrost. And we're gonna be, like I said, once we get through this next month or 2 months, we're going back into Bifrost and we're going to be doing a lot of updates and features, which I'm really excited about for the features, over the air updates and all that stuff.
Loads of people asking for stuff in Bifrost in Discord and other places. Like it's clear that that platform is going to be core to enabling a lot of the time saving and convenience, right, around all of this stuff. So it was, yeah, I'm really proud that we kind of took the time that we took. I mean, you and Essa mainly building this year, because without that, I mean, we wouldn't have any of that. And then people asking questions like Abhishek saying, is encryption only supported with Bifrost? No, there's not any encryption really at all. But we had I did some work last year, and what has kind of made its way into Bifrost and is coming for the desktop stuff. This kind of obfuscation, and actually, it's not really about that at all. That's a side effect of the thing, but just like securing the PHP code inside the application a little bit. But not really from a encryption or obfuscation point of view, because that's not really something you can do inside an application that you distribute to users. Like you can do it, but it's not really gonna, like, if somebody wants to, they'll still find a way to reverse engineer the thing. And then you get into the world of like how many layers of obfuscation and encryption, so called, you do to try and secure your code base. It's just like, it's not worth it. Just the code is, if you're distributing software to people, that it's their code now. You've got to accept that. Um, but the thing that we are doing that I want to bring to mobile, actually, because I think like this is something we've not really talked about very much, but I think it's really interesting now we're on the topic of it. Um, the thing that I worked on last year was like, how can I package a Laravel application up into a single file, right? And this is done in PHP kind of out of the box using something called far, PHP
Excuse you.
archive. And that's all. It sounds very cool, but it doesn't really work. Just you can't just package up a Laravel application and make it work from a single file like that. It needs a lot of extra work. And I spent, amongst all of the other things I was doing last year, a lot of time figuring that out. To the point where we got it working. Like I got a far file that's got a Laravel application inside it. And the cool thing about it is it significantly reduces the size of the Laravel application because it's not just like a single file, it is compressing it. So you can compress it and you can get a like 20, 30 meg Laravel application that's with assets and vendor files and everything. And it can be as little as 4 MB.
That's insane.
So imagine if we get that working on mobile.
It's not if. Imagine
Right.
when
Yeah.
we get that working.
Exactly. So then you've got like these single file updates. You know what we
Wow.
have right
Not even a
now?
zip. Yeah.
Right, exactly. Well, it's zipped, but you don't have to unpack it.
Right.
That's the thing.
Huh.
So
Right.
what you would get, there's loads of benefits to that. But the immediate one is even when you're doing like debug builds, when you want like a fresh version of the application to be loaded in, or it's going to try and load in the version that's been bundled every time, right? Because the app is saying, I'm a debug build. And you have to wait like 10 seconds for it to unzip and run it over the top. It won't take 10 seconds. It'll be like zero. So debug builds will just be as fast as production builds when you haven't changed any of the code.
Which means production builds would be negative time, which means it's installed and running
Going
before
into the
you even
past. Yeah.
in the future, though.
And we'll add all of that together over a WebSocket and we'll be able to travel back to 1955.
That's what it's like
Um,
being on caffeine for me all the time. I'm just living in the future in the past.
um, so yeah, and then the other benefit is like the over the air updates. So I mean, it's not a zip. You just unpack this
I wonder
one
if it's
file
worth
and
even
drop them into
tackling
place.
that before we do over the air update so we don't have to refactor that, actually.
I mean, it'll just be the same. So because it's just replacing,
Yeah, you're right.
it's a zip file with this far file. So just like changing the some parts of that process, but it'll be very minimal. Um, Yeah,
Um,
I'm very excited about that. The other thing that I'm not even 100% sure about this, it'd be interesting to prove out, but there's some suggestion that it might even be a little bit faster in execution because of it as well. So,
I would imagine. I mean, very, very microseconds probably, but
right, I
maybe
don't think it's
not.
going to make enough of a difference on
Yeah,
the.
it's already pretty quick.
The other thing that I think is really cool about that's not related to any of this stuff is I don't know, I haven't really heard about anybody doing that kind of a thing for a server-based application. But in theory, you could do it there as well.
Hmm.
So you just package up your app as a FAR and then you deploy the FAR to the server.
Tell me. All right, so we do composer require or composer install no dev stuff.
Mm.
Right now, like in Forge, that's done in the box, right? So would that not be done in the box then? Like the bundling and all that processing, then what's the point, I guess, is just I guess it's smaller, but if you're already doing all that, I don't know. I don't know what benefit there is to doing it that way on the server. I can see
Yeah,
certainly for mobile.
I don't think it makes sense for people to do just like with a normal web application.
But who
Like,
knows? Like,
but
who knows what
if you
that
want to
brings, you know?
you want to distribute like what's the, when people sell like an on-site license, what do you call that?
I don't know.
Words gone completely out. But you can say, "Oh, I'll pay for your subscription and use it over the web," or I'll buy the like you set it up on a server for us and it's our server, and what do you call that? It's gone completely out of my head.
On
But
premises.
on premise, that's the one. So yeah, it could be useful for that. And we've
Yeah.
basically got that, like Laravel apps being packaged up as a file file, and it works, and it's like cool. Anyway, that's a massive diversion. Have we got any other like questions and stuff?
I'll tell you, Chris. I'll just name them out here. So he was asking about sensors. Not yet.
Oh yeah.
Sensors are not there yet. I'll tell you the things that are not just planned but mostly done. And then the ones that are planned and not mostly done, I'll just tell them all to you for the release of V2. All right. So the QR code / barcode scanner, audio recording and playback, which also gives you a pretty cool thing. You can pause and it still writes to the same file. So when you resume the pause, that you've seen it before. Um, all of the file management stuff we were just talking about, the sharing that goes along with that. So sharing files right from the app. So you can actually just share to Telegram or X or whatever right from your app. The file, um, video camera, network detection. I feel like there's another one in there. You were working on something there. What were you just working on?
The sneaky secret that
The
shouldn't
sneak
have been
what?
revealed.
What's the sneaky secret, Simon? We can't guarantee it, but it's not in-app purchases, but it is wallet purchases. We're trying to
I've I,
get.
I've got the implementation
No
done,
way, dude. I love cloud.
but I need to get there's a whole load of like entitlement stuff, and you have to link up a payment gateway with your Apple account and or Google, and
Yeah.
there's like a whole bunch of steps to get in the right order before you can even test it out. And then I think you can only test it on a real device and all of this stuff. But yeah, wallet access basically is done. uh, so I just got to do a load of testing, and that means that you can have like arbitrary one-off. It's not for anything else other than one-off payments, but where in your app you could trigger a payment intent, let's say, and then it would present the kind of wallet challenge to the user, and then they pay using their device, and you kind of authorize that on your server. Like it requires you to have a server component that connects all of these dots, so you'd have to have a API and stuff. But um yeah, it's very cool. uh Something we've been talking about for ages, to have some feature like that, payments. And I think that unlocks a whole load of opportunity for people then, right? Now it's not just about making an app and trying to sell an app, which is a kind of a difficult hurdle. It's once your app is in the hands of people, now it can make money for you.
Get them in, rope them in, and then charge them for what they've already done.
Exactly.
Logan was showing us that the other day. Um,
Yeah.
I hear entitlements and cringe. I want a shirt that says that.
Yeah.
I want to sell shirts that say that. I think too, like that's not like there's in-app purchasing. It's there's a lot to do going in that direction. So there's a lot of work that we'll have to do moving forward, but it's a step in that direction. Microphone enumeration selection for audio recording. No, there's not. But that's something I may look into because that's actually what I'm working back in microphone right now today. So um I'll see what I can do about that and let you know next week.
Uh, is that going to be a thing that's needed on mobile? Because normally they only treat like one one channel. No, does
Ask
Android support it?
ask Ashley. He'd be the one to ask right now because I don't really know. I mean, where are microphones at, right? So I'll tell you. I yesterday, if you listen to the Blue Feather, I recorded the Blue Feather with my where is it? Oh, it's in the other room. But I've got like a Bluetooth microphone thing, and I just strapped it to my whatever, and I plugged into my phone, and I had the kitchen sink app running and recording. I just plugged it in, recorded it, and I shared it to myself. I airdropped it with the share function, right? Which is really cool. I did this all with the kitchen sink app. So I recorded everything there and I shared it back to myself, and then I edited it in post. And so I didn't have to select that. It just became Uh, yeah. So, all right. So, Ashley, you don't have to worry about that. That's done by the system. So, we don't give you that. We don't have to. You probably could override that with the application, but the system, you can change that with the system. So, I just plugged in into my USB C, my little dongle thing, and it just automatically used my Bluetooth microphone for the microphone. That worked.
Yeah, I can understand like if the platform supports multiple mics or maybe even multiple tracks or sources, then they might need to get more convoluted. But I would just say like for first pass at this for initial V2 launch, we're not gonna have the more complicated stuff like that. Um yeah, I'd start with the happy path first and then we'll let people come at us with the feature requests.
Yep. Yep. I agree. Where I'm reading through these. One call
Yeah.
detection. Wow, wow, wow. Wow. I like that comment. Oh, Chris, man, you were talking about some things, man. Uh Chris, you're calling it, dude. All right. So we're not gonna get to some of our lists today. I'm already aware of
Yeah,
this.
no.
It's okay. It's all right. Um One of the next things we're going to do, so I already talked about the video course, and there's going to be some support. I'm sure there's going to be edge cases that we haven't discovered, and making sure people are satisfied and things are working for everybody. It's going to be a time thing. The video course, and then some of the in-app purchasing stuff, which you might have gotten ahead of time. One of the next things I'm very eager. Oh, should I tell them the other one too?
Come on, just drop it all. Let's go.
I've got all right. So number one is um, because of the way that we're doing the God method, we're actually going to add a command in native PHP that allows you to create a package or a plugin. And it's going to make a directory. It's going to stub things out for you, and you'll be able to like register functions, and those functions have to map to Kotlin um, or Swift files that you have in a folder that gets imported into the app during the build process. That opens up so many things. You can build your own plugins for native PHP and distribute them however you want to. Like,
Yeah.
there's going to be some sort of marketplace eventually, but first step is allow developers to add their own PHP function, their own facade that wraps it, and their own implementation on Kotlin and Swift to implement those functions. So it's the same thing that made WordPress what WordPress is. Whether you like WordPress or not doesn't matter. They have great distribution of plugins and themes, right? Same thing for Filament, adding plugins, the whole plugin everything, right? You can just go and install things, and you don't have to rely on Filament to build everything out for you that you want to add into it. We're doing the same thing now for mobile with PH freaking P, man. Yeah. So this is like
Yes.
December, like this is what I'm going to be focused on almost exclusively for December. Um, and trying to get that done. I actually have a little bit of it working on a branch someplace. So.
No.
Yep.
I the thing like I know you're absolutely right with this is why WordPress is so big, this is why Filament's getting so big. It's because it's so damn easy to build solutions, even if like they're not great in the case of WordPress because they're just hacked together by people who don't know what they're doing. Um, sorry for WordPress developers out there,
Yeah,
but
Alex. Good job, Alex, too. We've got a core Filament team member right here, by the way. Yes. Yep.
plugins in this space are harder. It's a harder thing to pull off because really to do what we're doing, there's only kind of two mechanisms to do it. One is FFI. I don't know if anybody's looked into FFI, foreign function includes.
Oh, I thought you meant
Uh,
FFS.
nope.
Oh, that's awesome.
And the other one is the extension, like custom extension. And you, when we're building the extension, unless we gave you a way to go and build PHP with our extension as well, then you can't really get into the extension to add this stuff. So we've gone one better, the God function, because it's just that pipe lets you build whatever you want to build, and we use that. And it's better than FFI because FFI is kind of slow. It's a bit clunky. You have to know a lot of C stuff to use FFI properly, and then there'd be all sorts of little weird edge cases around it. Um, yeah, it's very powerful, but it's like not the most developer friendly experience for people who want to just use PHP and Laravel and maybe know a little bit of Swift and Kotlin, or maybe you're really strong on Swift and Kotlin. This is just going to make that bit so easy. You just name the function on the one side, register it on in the application shell with APIs that we're going to have, and then you just call it from PHP, and then you expose that call as like a class or a facade or something, and now you give that to everybody else as a composer package, and now they've got that new function in their mobile app on whatever platforms you want to support.
Chris, the best part is
Great.
you don't need to know the Kotlin or the Swift. You just need to know how to talk to Claude, and he can
Yeah,
build the shit out for you. It's an amazing world that we live in. Um,
it really is.
so can I show the other thing? Do you
Yeah.
mind? You guys want to see a badass demo for real? All right, I'm gonna get you really excited, but I'm gonna immediately shut down your excitement. Um, because it's only a proof of concept, but proof of concept that it is. Um, we've talked about this in the past. If you haven't been around much, you probably haven't heard of it. We have an idea for, if you're familiar with Expo, they have an app called Go. The Expo Go app allows you to essentially um, start some sort of server on your computer that you can download an app from the App Store and scan this QR code that your computer generated. And that ports all of the project files into this app that gives you access to building in real time um, inside of your actual device. Plus, it allows people that don't have a license to do all of the native stuff without having the license. So you can because the whole thing about the license is like you don't get the code unless you pay for the license. Well, you can do all the functionality if it's on an app that we've created that it's not open source, the app
Right.
code,
But
right? So
like you could build before you pay. That's
you can
what you want
build before you pay. That's exactly right. And you can test out all the native functionalities. So I got a little logo.
to do.
It's this
I-
one down here.
oh, the
This,
circle.
yep. So what does the circle represent? Do you remember?
It's a Stargate.
It's a Stargate. It's a jump. We're gonna jump. And here's the jump app. So I've got this is already installed into my. So I'm not the way that these got here is by running. I have a jump package, and I just ran PHP Artisan jump, and it took my whole Laravel application, and then it spins it up into it just zips it up the proper way. It doesn't bring in all the bloat stuff, and then it pops open in the browser a QR code that I can scan by clicking this button that allows me to go and scan a QR code to install one of these. So that's that. Um, proof of concept. Remember, I just said it's proof of concept. Yeah.
It's beautiful.
So this took the zip, it downloaded the zip, and it unpacked it into a directory. When I click on this, it's going to open a web view. This is all native. It's going to open a web view. It's going to bootstrap Laravel the way that we have to. It's going to bootstrap PHP and give you all the things that you need for all that stuff. And it connects. This is very, very rudimentary, but it connects to if I have the jump running, it does hot reloading automatically, so I can change this in real time and all that works. Also, if say I'm on the computer and I install a new composer package, it's not going to bring in all of those composer files into the device. So when I am connected to hot reloading, I can click this button. It's deactivated now, it's disabled. I click that, and that sends a signal back to the computer to zip up the whole thing, push it back to the device and unpack it again. So it's both directions. All this works. All of this
Oh
works.
my god.
And the coolest part is this calls when I click this, it's going to call the native PHP toast dialog toast native function that I've written in my app in PHP. So I don't know what it says, but it should work. Yeah, hello world. So
Yeah.
all of that is actually working. All of that's working. And there's some cleanup. There's going to be definitely some optimizations and getting it working on iOS 2, which shouldn't take terribly long time. It's something we're going to iterate over for a while. But yes, the developer experience. Good call, Jigger, on that. That's exactly what we're
Mhm.
going for. Also, it's a way to put this in the power in people's hands before having to pay. They can build things out, they can make proof of concept, they can go and demonstrate to a client and get paid on something with a proof of concept, all built in native PHP. And then, and then we're gonna allow you to like log into Bifrost with the app as well and push right to the freaking to
Oh
build and
my
deploy and all that
god.
stuff. It's everything. It's everything.
There's the thing, like there are so many things in just this one thing that like explode
Yeah.
so much opportunity, right? One, if you've got a Laravel application on your development machine and you've got this jump app on your phone, whatever phone you're using, doesn't matter what development machine you've got and it doesn't matter what phone you've got, you can now deploy that app without having to install Android Studio, without having to install Xcode or any of that crap, gigabytes and gigabytes of stuff. You can just write Laravel code and run it on a phone. That's going to be amazing.
Yeah, you won't even need the environment set up, which is the best part. I think that's the best part.
Hmm.
Especially again, Windows developers with an iPhone can now
Yeah.
test and deploy everything that they want to, or not deploy, but test everything on their iPhone running, you know what I mean, in Windows.
Hmm.
That other whole thing. So many other things. Yeah, you guys, I told you I don't sleep and I have so many things. What else? I mean, what else we got? We got more stuff we could talk about. What else
There's
you wanna drop
Oh,
here on
I still
everybody?
want to talk about this jump app because I think there's other things that are cool from that. Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
another
Let's
one
go.
is you can you could have a repo just on GitHub, all right? And you could, in theory, have a service, aka Bifrost, that packages that application up and makes it available as a zip, because that's all it needs is the zip, and
Mm,
pull that down into the jump app from a
maybe,
remote location.
maybe. So Expo Go used to do that serving things publicly. They got shut down by the App Store for doing it publicly. They had the
Mm,
specifications were
right.
only over local networks for security and all that stuff. And
Yeah.
Apple's
Oh,
dicks,
yeah.
but
It's
you
because they
know.
don't want you to be able to like, launch apps effectively without them being downloaded
But
through
we've
their
got
store.
Claude Code. Yeah, Expo, they don't even work anymore, I think. So we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Um, what does that even mean, Nick? Can I create an IPA file without a certificate? I don't know. I don't
You
think so.
no, no, you
Well, you
can't.
can auto sign or whatever, but no, I don't know. I don't know what you mean there. But here's the thing: if you're in Bifrost, I made beautiful videos for iOS and Android. If you go to the credential, if you create a project, go to the credentials page, add Android or iOS, and when I walk you through exactly how to do everything, including some function that we give you inside of native PHP to auto generate some of the files that you need for that. So we try to ease the burden as much as we can on certificate creation, mobile provisioning profiles, and all that stuff.
Yep. I think that's the number one goal of like the Jump app, all of the features that we're building, Bifrost, everything is just make it damned easy to build
It's the
mobile
Laravel way, right?
applications.
That's
Yeah.
like we've been spoiled for the last 15 years working in Laravel that just keeps getting better and better and easier and makes it so easy to build anything, and we're just applying that same mantra to what our lifestyle we want our lives to be like. And so we're the developers too, right? We want things to be like
Yeah.
that, so we know what everybody else wants. Let's just build it that way. You're
Yep.
right, Chris. It is just a zip file. Yeah.
Um this I d- I don't even know what to say. Words don't come out. Like there's literally so many things that we dropped today.
I know.
Like,
We should mention. We should mention Web Mavens.
oh yeah, we can. Yeah. So if we're gonna move on to kind of next quick topics for the last few
I know we
minutes,
don't. Nobody wants to, but we should. We should because
yeah,
it's
no, we
about
have to.
time.
We have to wrap up.
Yeah,
So,
we do.
um, yeah, basically, we had a new um partner sign up this week, a Laravel partner, Web
Yes.
Mavens.
Yes.
So yeah, they're Laravel partners and they're native PHP partners now. So thanks, Web Mavens, for supporting us, and we're going to support you through all of that. So check them out. I don't have. I should have had this ready. I didn't. I think it's webmavens.com. Um,
We should have had that ready. You're
I
right. I
should
don't know.
have had that ready, but I'm just really bad at organizing my life. So there you go. Um, that'll do. Yeah, that's good. That's a good sign of hopefully more to come. There's a lot more in conversation, so that's great. What else have we
Yeah,
got?
well, I'll add to that. Thank you. I'll just say it. They've given us some money. They believe in what we're doing. They want to support and they want to get some exposure on their side of it. And we're happy to. That's exactly what that's those and other things like that are what's fueling um, all of these things, the Jump app and the plugins and the video
Yep,
courses and like all these things. So, very much appreciate that, of course. Thank you.
yep. Thank you. Um, on that score, like all of this stuff that we've been building, we're spending our time on, all the things that people want us to build and spend our time on, as we've said repeatedly, time is money, money is time. It does take a lot of effort still, even with Claude Code, and we've got to pay the Claude Code bill, etc. So, it's like we need that support. We need people to buy licenses and get Bifrost subscriptions and become partners and sponsor and all of the things. Um, so that's why we're doing also the big Black Friday promo, whatever sale. And I did this week. I did a nice little video.
Are we teasing that today or are we waiting until next
I'm
week?
just going to talk about it. Well,
Okay.
I'm
All right.
just going to say it's a nice video that I did that
This
I'm
is a
happy
nice
with.
video. It's a little video, but it's a nice.
I'm really bad at making like videos and graphics and stuff, but
I
I'm
was gonna
actually
say
kind of
that.
proud about it.
I was gonna say
Yeah,
that. You're
thanks.
horrible.
I
It's
but
not
but
bad for
like,
a Brit, like you gotta
oh,
what's that
shame.
song? I'm pretty fly for a white guy, you know?
Yeah. Mm.
Mm, and all the girlies say.
Yeah,
No,
it's
actually
it's
it
all
came out
right.
really well. And it's like even like very quickly, I was like, hey, let's change the music to this. And then you timed the graphics with the beat of the music like very quickly. So that
Yeah,
was pretty good.
so if this all like goes through the pan and I need to go and get a job as a non-developer, I can be a sort of video editor creator guy now.
Yeah, you could.
Not really.
I
I
would
mean, I
kick your
don't think I'll
ass,
earn
but
very much money doing it.
no.
I'll be
Um,
sleeping in a cardboard box,
your
but
dog,
I'll,
you will be crying with your dog someplace.
yeah.
Yeah. Mate, you're American. I've seen your sales TV channel. That's funny. Um, yeah. All right. One last thing, two last things, any last things? Got any more? There's so many questions. And I'm really actually for this being impromptu, like last minute sort of hey, we're gonna do this on Thursday instead of Friday. There's quite a good number of engagement here. So
Oh,
appreciate you
there's
guys
loads of
following
people.
along.
Yeah, it's been great. Just make sure that you like the video, subscribe to the channel, share the video, share the tweets, get everybody coming along. That would be great. That
Yep,
helps as well.
that helps a lot. Yep, it does. Um, Me and Simon are going to India. All right, talk to you guys next week.
BlackBerry
BlackBerry
support.
support. That's
Brilliant.
great. Um, no, there was one though. There was one question here. I saw Livewire 4 beta.
Yeah.
That should work. There's no. It's backward compatible, or it's like no breaking changes. So I believe so. I haven't tried it, but it shouldn't. It should work. Oh, and let me tell you this. I'll take a minute on this one. The PDF make works, not working in Android. Listen, Jumpio. Um, some things like that won't work on mobile, and you don't want them to. You don't want to make PDFs on with PHP on an Android or iOS device. You don't want that. It's not a good experience. There's a lot of headache to get that kind of stuff done. I would recommend two things possibly. The easiest one is have a server that can do that. Send the data that you need to make the PDF to the server via API, have it generate a PDF and give you back the URL to that PDF. That's the best way to do that.
That's the right way to do
Offload
it.
a lot of that work onto another service someplace else. It is possible, though we haven't looked into it at all, to do some of that stuff on device with native libraries. So that's when like a feature request for like, can we do this here? And again, I probably, if that was a request, I would probably turn you to be like, no, it's not worth to do PDFs inside of Android or whatever. Send it off to a service, just like every other app is doing, literally. Send it off to a service, create the PDF, give you the URL to that PDF, and do with it what you will there. That's it.
I think for like even when people are talking about doing it on device, and there's another question about in-app purchase, like all of these things, they'll come one way or another. I think the way that we're looking at that is if we enable other developers to build those solutions, then it like we don't have to build that stuff, and you don't have to wait for us to build it.
Correct.
Like
Right.
that's
The
why
plugins,
we've
right?
gone ahead and exactly that's why the God method and the plugins and everything is the way for us to go and where to spend our time. And it does just mean that for the next maybe couple of months, some of these other like features that a few people are asking for aren't going to come out because we're busy working on the thing that's going to enable all of the features to come
Right.
out.
Yep.
So
Yep.
just yeah,
Exactly.
if you can bear with us on that, we'll get the right solution in place, the one that you actually need, that's going to make all of this stuff work.
Yep. I think I think we're good. Are you good?
I think so.
Is there any I'm
Well,
sure
I'm
there's
just going to
more
share
things
this one
here.
more thing. Like Chris has been on fire
Yeah.
today.
Yeah, dude. Yep.
So true.
Yep.
Yeah, we didn't get to everything. There's a few things that we could have talked about, but we're over time, so I think we
We're
call
right
it.
at time. We're right at time. Last, I will leave you with this. There's a Twitter competition. Uh,
Mm.
is it pinned? Let's pin it on native
It is.
PHP.
It
Okay,
is.
it already is. So
It
go to native
ends
PHP on X. It ends on Monday, this coming
right.
Monday. So we're going to choose somebody that submitted a video of an app that they built with native PHP. They're getting a free year of Bifrost.
So
I think
uh,
Bifrost Thor, actually.
right. So that's good. That's like nearly $1,000 worth of thing.
$990. It is $1,000. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a big deal, and it doesn't take much to
No,
to make a video of an app that you're building that works on a phone.
Claude Code one in a couple hours, honestly.
Yeah.
I've done it. Like, if you've seen the one I did with the Flappy Bird thing, it took me
Yeah.
10 minutes to do that. I just found a JavaScript Flappy Bird
Exactly.
GitHub thing, and I just brought it in, and that was it. That was it.
You see, Ashley's been doing it. Ashley's been doing it with like desktop apps, and he
I'm
said it's only
excited to
taken him
see.
30 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah, and now he's
I
got a
wanna see his
mobile
mobile
one.
stuff. I'm really super excited
Yeah.
about that. Yep. Yep. Cool. All right, guys. We're gonna wrap it up here. Have a great
Mhm.
rest of your week and weekend, and we will talk to you. I'll have videos coming out pretty much every day that I can, so you'll see them. You'll see them. You guys are already staying tuned. Obviously, you're here, so thank you so much for the support and being our friends.
Ciao.